anybody that it was just a goal. You know, the biggest drive that I had to do it is because, you know, my heroes growing up was Rob Russell and Eslin Lane. I mean, those guys were just God to me. And you know, seeing in the later '90s when the alcohol, the Connors brothers, and you know, they kind of took over and just had a really hard time beating them. I hated that, and I still hate that. But you know, that's the competition side of it. And Waynesburg in 2019 happened. It was a week after the Interley. We had an issue at the Interley, and you know, it's 2 miles from our shop. We figured, well, we'll go run with PPL, and I'm not assuming we can beat them, but I'd like to see where we're at. I think we can, you know, be competitive when we want. And we made a test hook the day before we pulled that night, and I knew, like, we made some changes to kind of wick her up, and I knew, like, man, I think we got something, and it proved it that night. So we started Grand National in 2010. And we didn't know what we were doing then. I mean, we were okay, but we were, you know, still buying everything from Hypermax, and that was the way to go. And I'm not saying that wasn't the way to go, but you weren't getting anything better than what anyone else had in your class. And, you know, we realized that we needed to do something different. And I'd say around 2013, when we really started using the dyno a lot as a tool, we really started, you know, figuring out some stuff. And really it wasn't until 2016 when we sold the tractor after 2013 because we knew it was too heavy, didn't have enough movable weight with the power we were making. Built a new tractor in the year of 2014, debuted this thing in 2015, and in 2015 I think was our turning point. We didn't really have any wins that year, but man, we had so many promising runs that you as a fan couldn't really see what was great about it, but like we were sitting there like, man, we got something. And that was our 2016. We just got very lucky. We just found the right combo, and that's a lot of what pulling is. You know, Kevin Masterson right now, he's so hard to beat. He has a great combo, and he's a great puller. And when someone has a good combo and they're a good puller, it's really hard to beat. And we stumbled into that, and you know, we got a taste of what that felt like, and I think we're kind of addicted to that taste of winning, and I love it. There is no better feeling than winning. I hate getting second, and third's even worse, and I want to win. And it's not that I'm a sore loser. If I do get beat, it's just we work very hard at what we do, and we take it extremely serious. And you know, when I come here, I want to win, and I expect to win every time we're out. And it's not always going to happen, but if you go there and say, well, I just hope we get down the track, you know, that's not what I'm doing this for. Just focus on your tractor. Just go there. Don't worry about what anyone else is doing. Just do your own thing. You know, the biggest thing we fought with is when we came out in 2010, we were the only tractor with 3 turbos, basically. And everyone said, oh, that ain't gonna work. You gotta put 4 on. You know, you'll never make 3. You gotta have 4. You gotta have 4. And I'm like, I don't think you do. You know, we stuck to the 3 deal, and that's why we renamed it Triple Bypass, because we're proud of that 3 turbo combo that we kind of created and is now the front runner. You know, even with Travis, he has 3, Campaign has 3. I'm not saying the 4 doesn't work, but you know, we're very proud of the 3. And I think the biggest thing that my dad has taught me is just hard work. And he is such a hard worker. You know, just busts his ass 24/7. If you want something, you go out, you earn it. And yeah, I mean, he just taught me a lot. I mean, I got some of the best friends in the world from pulling. I mean, the biggest thing I like from it is just because you know, these are our people. You know, a lot of people back home, you tell them, well, we're going to work, you know, 40 hours a work week, and then we're going to spend another 40 hours working on the tractor behind me to leave on Thursday, drive all night, get there, work all day, getting everything ready to go. You know, just basically just work your ass off and go out, pull. You know, people just don't get that, and it's very hard. And either you get it or you don't, and that's fine. But everybody that's here, they all get that, and I feel that's such a welcoming feeling with people, and I mean, just some of my best friends in life. I mean, and you know, that are from tractor pulling. So it's just, if it wasn't for the people, we wouldn't do it. I mean, that's just 110% where I'm at with it. I love it. I got some of the best friends in the world from it. I love coming here. I love the fans. I love the interaction with a young kid. It's just wants to sit on it. And, you know, that's what brings us back, I guess. the pro stock. Just trying to make, I am not knocking a motor program at all, but I am a red guy, and obviously. So I want to make that red motor competitive again in the pro stock, and I think it is competitive, but I just want to be very, very, very good with the red motor side of things. Obviously, with the John Deere stuff, they're very hard to beat. And the problem is with all the John Deere guys is they're all good pullers. I mean, you look at the Schmuckers, the Masterson, the Rob Russells, the Brad Mosses, all those guys they're good. And that helps when you're a good puller and have a good engine program. And, I'm very excited to be working with the Parishes because they're very good pullers. They're savvy pullers. Philip is, he's done it for a long time, and he's been down the path. He gets it. And I'm very excited to be working with the Sheltons because they're as competitive as I am, and they have that fiery spirit. I love that, and they want to win. And I know that I can give them, if I give them a product that's good enough, they can take it and they can be competitive with it. But that's the biggest thing that probably keeps me up at night. I mean, I would say, honestly, not that Travis and Blagrave were not. They're very hard competitors, or good tractor pullers, or good people. But probably Josh and Terry Blackburn. I mean, that's the one that if I want to go pick a fight with someone, I want to go to them. And that's no disrespect. I have a huge amount of respect for their program and what they've done with Mike Chiswick. It's unbelievable the amount of wins they have. But there is no better feeling than when you pull off the track and you just beat Josh and Terry Blackburn, because they're one of the best of all time. And it's just they're so good and they're so hard to beat. And those wins mean, they're special, just because they're hard to do, and it just means a lot to be able to run with those guys. I think there's just some things that you can't control, and you could put limits in, or you could put something in to try to help with that, but at the end of the day, it's just, God's going to take control of it, and it's going to be what it's going to be. I'm sure people had this conversation 20 years ago.
I'm sure they did.
They had to have. And I just think there's some things you just can't control. And whether it's here in 20 years, great. If it's not, well, we did all, I don't know what else you can really do to control that. It sucks because there's no right answer and there's no wrong answer. But I just feel that, right now with the way pulling is, and I think the full pull deal is extremely going to help that and get people more involved in it. It's just, I think you just got to take it one day at a time and just go with it. Obviously the pro stocks, gaining numbers because 680 cubes, and when they sit there and they're womp, 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 I mean, like if you don't like that, there's something wrong with you. That's the coolest sound in the world. I don't think the diesel super class will ever be that class, and I don't want it to be that class. We don't need 30 diesel supers in the country. I want 10 good ones, and that's it. That's all you need. I think there's a misconception on numbers and how many numbers, like unlimited mods. You get 10 unlimited mods, that's all you need. That's all you need. So that's where I'm at on it. But some people think you need 20 in each class. I don't agree with that. There's a lot of respect I have for the history of the sport. Obviously, my dad, grew up in the 90s and in the super stock era, and he had a super stock himself, and never could compete with Rob Russell and Esden in that era, but back home on the eastern side stuff was very competitive, and it's just something I fell in love with, and it's the coolest thing in the world to me, and I just, I don't know, there's a lot of things I missed out on in life because of this, because of that tractor behind me, but I wouldn't trade it for the world. I was in Evansville, Indiana in 2021. Just pulled off track, made a really, really good run. And this little boy, it was maybe 5, 6 years old, came up to me. I just took my helmet off, and I'm just, I'm looking at the screen, looking at the data. It's the first thing I do when I get off track, just make sure everything's good. And this little kid come up to me, and I saw him out of the corner of my eye. I looked down, I'm like, hey, how's it going? He's just staring at me, and I'm like, everything all right? He's like, that's the coolest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. And I was just like, me too.